Can you sit over those
When the
coals?
bell rings, class begins.
And there's the B flat bell.
Okay.
But this isn't your normal class.
Our Suzuki Strings program in HEB ISD is pretty unique.
This Suzuki Strings class is a bit more interactive and made a lot more musical thanks to the Chamber Music Society of Fort Worth.
Then we started to make the flute in 3 pieces. So my flute could be taken apart, head joint up here. Oh no! It's okay.
In
I
this
promise.
class,
And
students
down
learn about the
here-
history of instruments like the flute or horn before hearing them played.
We thought, well, let's talk a little bit about the history of each one. So Natasha brings in the flute and then maybe talks about the bone flute with, drilled out with little holes. And I thought, well, I'll talk about the horn, the natural horn, and how it's similar to just a simple garden hose. Here's a little Mozart
Maybe
horn concerto.
even on a garden hose.
I think they were mesmerized by these other instruments in their room where they usually only see string instruments.
Keeping the students engaged isn't a problem when music's playing. Brass horn blaring, violin raging on. So, they'll interact with the music. Is it fast or slow? Loud or soft?
Oh, we got loud again.
But that isn't the extent of their learning.
We can go beyond happy and sad and fast and slow to what is the music doing to you emotionally. So that was the concept with hearing the music and seeing the music, is to talk about moods and feelings. And then today, for instance, they came up, we start with a Seurat painting with 2 sailboats, and they came up with these wonderful ideas of what was happening to them based on the sounds of the music.
It sounded like a pirate ship kind of theme. So I thought the sailboats were kind of pirate ship themed.
Awesome.
And then the second one brought me like there was an island and then the pirate, and it was said to have treasure on it. So then they went to this island covered in fog.
I hope they start to have stories that go with their music. I hope even the pieces that they listen to on their Suzuki recordings start to spark imagination.
What's the value of all this?
Well, the value of music education, and like sports and a lot of these things, is that it builds self-esteem. That's the number one thing for me. It's the lack, to me, the root of all evil is a lack of self-esteem.
Okay.
And why is it such a
What
need?
you get is 2
We are a very lucky, privileged group of people. When we look around, we see kind of we don't see the education in the schools like we had when we were young. And we want to be sure that we pass on this love of music to give the kids outlets and to raise these young musicians. So it's partly self-serving. But on the other hand, it makes you feel good to do this as well. I mean, that's a big part of it for me.
Remember that?
It's about bringing music to the masses
Violin
and
is
shaping
one of
young
the bowed
musicians.
strings.
And the last line in our script is, we love what we do and we love sharing it with you. Because like Michael said, it's all about the love of music, passing on the love of music, and hopefully giving them kind of a passion so they can, like us, we get obsessed with music to the point that we're practicing 4 hours a day. Not because we have to, but because we want to. And if you can pass along that kind of passion and zeal for the music, that makes all the difference. This instrument better than you think you do if you like movies like I do.
Matthew Scroy, Fort Worth.